I'm Love from a Leo, and today this will be your December 3rd through the 31st reading for your December. And yeah, so we're just gonna see what's going on, and I'm gonna tell you what I can tell you. Alrighty. So first, we're actually gonna see what the energy is for your month, maybe what the goals are, what some solutions may be, yada yada yada. But let's go ahead and see what the energy is actually holding for you guys. Okay. Okay, so I got two cards. Okay, so when we have a planet, this is saying the goal for your month is Neptune. Well, the interesting thing about Neptune is it's kind of like learning how to balance human desires and then like obligations and sacrifices. So this is kind of like where you get that how to have fun but also how to stay business ready at the same time. Okay, so that's kind of what your December is probably going to be about, just balancing and making sure you're staying on top of your shit as a Capricorn, which I'm sure you will. And then we have Aries here. Okay, so when we have a zodiac sign in or as representation, this is basically saying the way that you will be able to balance both of the human desires with the sacrifice and obligation is to have self-motivation. So you kind of have to tap into your inner Aries and have that ego kind of blaze itself up. Now, because you're a Capricorn and Capricorn is very well closely related to like fiery type of energy, I don't think it will be that hard. Actually, Aries and Capricorn are almost damn near the same when it comes to like motivation and desire and really putting all of your energy into something so that you can get something that works for you. What benefits me? How does this affect me? That's what you have to ask yourself, okay? So it doesn't mean that you have to become an Aries, but you have to kind of tap into that type of mindset so that you can balance what you need to balance, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the tarot deck actually has to say for your month as a spread, okay? Okay, all three cards came out. Okay, so we're starting off your December with the Queen of Cups. So I like to see this. So if this is not you, this is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio showing up, okay? But if this is you, it seems as though the situation is about you finally emotionally becoming intelligent, you finally learning how to feel the vibes and feel what feels right and make your decisions from there. So it's kind of having that complete control emotionally, but also being able to observe and feel other people's energy out, right? So we all like to see that because that's a really, really good thing to possess, okay? Seven of Swords in reverse. So what this is telling me, I feel like this is a past, or maybe it was you that did something sneaky or did something that maybe you shouldn't have done in the past. But it was something that I don't think you planned to do. I feel like it just happened that way. And I feel like it was also because you were trying to keep up with something, whether it was an occasion, a group of people, maybe a certain way of life that you're used to having. But you did something that maybe you shouldn't have done. Maybe that was a little sneaky. Maybe something that could have been a blind side to someone, or just something that you regretted after it happened. But for some reason, I feel like it's leaving. It's not lingering anymore. You're finally getting through that emotional thing. And for some of you, you could have done something kind of sneaky to this Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. That's what I'm kind of feeling. Like maybe there was a little rough patch between that water sign in your life, okay? But I do feel like since we have the 10 of Wands right here, you need to be a little bit easier on yourself. Like you need to take a little break and have some time to yourself. Give yourself a break, basically. Physically, I feel like you're doing a lot. And maybe you're trying to keep up with emotions, but you got to slow down. It's time to slow down, okay, Capricorn? Just a little bit. Remember, throughout this whole December, it'll be back and forth with different energies because of the way that your December is set up. It's very balancing. So you're going to have to learn how to juggle throughout this December, okay? 8 of Swords in reverse. So it seems as though mentally you finally have gotten out of that rut. I think you're not being so hard on yourself mentally. I feel like you figured out how to not be trapped and be a prisoner in your own mind. And I was actually telling Gemini that in their December video. There was a situation with the same thing, and they got past that in the beginning of December as well. So maybe if you have a Gemini in your life who's going through similar things, whether you know it or not, maybe try to link up with them and see how everything's going, and try to enjoy each other's vibes and stuff, okay? So what was it that we were stuck thinking about? So what was it that we were stuck thinking about? The relationship between an ex, also how things are working in your world. I feel like everything was just falling apart for you, and mentally you couldn't hold it together. Mentally you were just like, what the hell? But I feel like you're finally moving out of that energy, okay? So it was really just maybe thinking of past memories, thinking of how things happened in your life, how everything is playing out in your life. And I think it was just kind of like a playing out in your life, and I think it was just kind of like a Mercury overload, so to speak, okay? So nothing to worry about. I actually feel like you're moving past that, which I'm actually really excited, trying to balance out different things. We're gonna move into Aries is known for being really quick, middle of your December, so maybe you're really fast, you never know. Middle of December for Capricorn. No, middle of December for Capricorn. Right. King of Pentacles in reverse. First card out. Either you're feeling like you don't have enough money, or you have enough money but you're looking at the wrong things. Like you're looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. What's going on with that? Are you not committing to the positive mindset? Are you still trying to go over this pride thing that I feel like you've been having issues with in the past as a Capricorn? Like, I feel like maybe you need help but you're not asking for it, or maybe you don't need help but you feel like you're never doing enough. Or maybe you don't need help but you feel like you're never doing enough. And essentially it just stresses you out mentally. Like, I feel like a lot of it is not even, I don't want to say relevant, but I feel like a lot of it is all, so that'll be for the, but I feel like because it's in your head, it may trickle down into your physical life, if that makes sense. And I just feel like you're a little overwhelmed. Like the second week of your December, you may start to feel a little bit stifled and kind of like a weight is on your chest, okay? So if you feel like that, make sure you reach out to someone. Make sure you're not just being anxious. Make sure, you know, you're thinking clearly, okay? And I feel like you feel as though you can't communicate this to anyone. I feel like at this point you're feeling really alone, the star card here really in reverse. So I think you're feeling helpless. And it's causing you to not make movements that you need to make. It's causing you to just kind of be at this standstill moment. Okay? Empress in reverse. Again, you're not appreciating things that are happening. You're not. Okay. So maybe for some of you, it could be as simple as already you're just not happy with your friendship life. Like maybe you feel like you don't have the means to be able to go out and have fun. For some of you, you could just be feeling left out of a situation. Like maybe there's a situation where you want to be attached emotionally, but there's just no room for you, or you feel like there's no space for you. I also feel like there's a sense of really knowing, or maybe like an attitude, or there's someone here, or this could be you as well. There's an attitude, there's a distant type of, I don't know. It's like this attitude that's showing up, but I feel like it's because this person is hurt, or it's because this person doesn't like you if it's another person. But it's a fire sign, it's a fire energy, so it's dealing with passion. So maybe there's just like you're not at that stage yet to, you feel like a lot of the things that you did in the past is why your things, I feel like for some reason you're just still going through, and that could very well be it. But at the same time, you're still working on whatever it is that you have to do. Learn from your mistakes if you're just reliving them. And I feel like that also could make you do a lot more things that you don't want to do. The only thing it can do for yourself is really at the end of your December, make you do a lot more things that you need. Careful of that, Capricorn, okay? Okay.
So we have the moon card
for Capricorn
at the end of your December. So some things may be revealed. If there's a Cancer in your life, they're showing up here.
So let's go ahead and use this oracle deck and see what's being revealed. What will be. I feel like there was a crime that was done, and I don't mean like a real crime, but I mean like something that, you know,
so
maybe your friends wouldn't like that you did, or maybe a family member felt betrayed by something you did. I feel like it's coming up, but I feel like it's like an over punishment, or you did something wrong, but it wasn't what they're mad at you for. It's something of that sort. It could also be you like really attacking someone for doing something and they didn't do it. So be very careful of that, okay? Because it just seems as though you're really on edge this December,
so optimism,
because you just have a lot
confidence,
going on. And I understand it, but you just have to being able try to stay as calm as possible, okay? Also, Aries, they're known for being hotheads, so you may be you're not just
in emotions, and really just
being
able to work, like you finally figured
know
out
that what you're doing is the right thing. Like
so
what's actually going to be exactly, or what situation exactly is this dealing with?
It could be with the Pisces, or it could just be that you know
you as a Capricorn really moving into 2019 in a transformative state to be of service to you. Okay. The last card for your December is the Six of Swords. Into 2019 in a transformative state. I feel like if you need to talk to someone, you're not quite there yet, but you're at the point where you have that. I'm actually Gemini rising, starting to feel heavy on you. But that's, you know, Gemini's in your life. I feel like they know where you're like at some point it has to give up. So at the same time, you have to know that you just stay on track, okay? Because you're actually doing amazing. So again, this is you moving on to something else, and with this Six of Swords, there's someone in the front of the boat, you know, rowing for him. And that's what that Gemini can be for you, whether it's a Gemini rising, a Gemini moon, a Gemini sun sign. It may not be you who can save yourself at this point. You may have to ask for the help of others. But you're good. You're prepared to do that. It's not like it's the end of the world, okay? So try not to get too upset about it. I feel like this is a to be continued type of reading. Like it's gonna spill over into January. So who knows? I might have to do a follow-up if there's enough views on this video and you guys need a little bit more. Enough views on this video and you guys need a little bit more. That you are notified by clicking the bell, I guess. So yeah, I really like this reading for you guys. I hope that you guys are really staying with the flow and really just going with it, and try not to give up hope. Yeah, so the whole thing of this, if you would like to do that, that would be really great. Please leave a like and a comment so that I know that you're watching. Make sure that you are notified by clicking the bell next to the subscription button, because they won't let you know when I upload otherwise. And I need you to know when I upload for